Okay, hello, this is Rani Ahmed with you. This is lesson 20 and using Objective-C as a programming language for the Macintosh operating system. And on this lesson, we're going to talk about designated initializers. Okay, now usually we used to, or until last lesson, like we make objects without, like, there's nothing that can automatically like make the variable and set default data for the attributes over here. Okay, well, there is the idea of in C++ what we call the constructor. Okay, which is like you create a class and you name it my class, and then this is one attribute. There are two methods there. Okay, they take the same name of the class, but here's one and here's the other one which has a tilde before it. Now the first one is what we call the constructor. The second one is what we call the destructor. Okay, now and then this is how you define a variable. From my class we name it, for example, C. Okay, this is an object coming from the class my class. Now when I define this variable and on runtime, what will happen is that just when you enter and define this variable and it loads in the memory, okay, the method my class gets called right away and everything will be executed inside it. Okay, this is just at the time of assigning, or not assigning, I mean like loading the object into the memory. Okay, when the object leaves the memory and let go of it, okay, it calls what we call the destructor, which destroys the object from the memory. Okay, and you might, if you would like, you can write some code for the my class constructors and destructors. However, in Objective-C there's no concept like that, and I intentionally like wanted to talk about this comparison between C++ and C. So those who are coming from C++ background, please get rid of this idea when you write Objective-C. Okay, don't like mix them. Here what we have is a designated initializer, which is, we have in the car class which I made. Okay, we know that it inherits from the object from the class named NS object, which means that through inheritance NS object will allow car to take a copy of its function named init. Okay, this function will be this function will be copied into car, and when you run it you can automatically assign the default data to car and create a new object of type car. Okay, now this is how we start. Now I have made car star init, which means that this message, okay, is overridden. This is what we call overriding. Okay, like you're redefining the object, the message init. Okay, and then you're saying init is like makes an output of type car star, which means it makes variable or an object of type car. Okay, so because when I want to create a new car variable, create a new object of type car, it will init will help me create that. Okay, now this is how I'm going to implement it. First of all, I got what we call self. Now in C++ terms we use this, okay, instead of self. Okay, and this is also found in many other languages like Java, maybe PHP, things like this. Now self means that it points, or a pointer that points at itself. Okay, which means like you're taking the same address of the current object. Okay, if I made, so if I look down below to the code of the main code, you know, we start with car C new. Okay, so here star C, when it wants to call init, okay, it will and deal with itself. Okay, so we use its address, which we save it in the variable named self. Okay, that's it. So in this way I'm saying to create self, okay, get the address of the super first, okay, which and do its init. What is the super? The super is the object, okay, of the super class. I'm in car, as we know, and car, okay, is established from NS object, okay, through inheritance. So because of inheritance, you can use the super to go up the tree of inheritance, okay, and call NS object. So you can make an object of type NS object, and car, because it's the child of NS object. Okay, you have to understand those rules, because car is a child of NS object. Okay, NS object and car object, okay, are both of the type NS object. Okay, just repeat the video and you'll know. So or rewind it a little bit. So next I start with minus car star init, okay, and then I close here. So this is the end of init, and here after the init of the NS object, okay, it made me a new variable, okay, a new object. Now self is now made. Okay, now I have to make sure that self is not null. Okay, so that's why I use if self. So if self is created, okay, then do me a favor and use the variable itself. Okay, this is what self here means, the word self means here. So get me that variable self and use one of its messages, which is set all attributes, and I put any attributes that I want. Okay, then of course you finished, you set everything. Okay, just you must return self. Okay, why? Because init is now supposed to give a pointer to class car, okay, or a pointer to an object of class car. So by now we can say that we are ready to use init. Okay, so we go down, okay, and I have disabled, as you saw, those because I don't want them. Okay, I want to use the other way, which is this way. This is how we now using init we can start our object. Okay, so car, okay, alloc. Here car alloc means that first create me an object, okay, from some object from type named car, okay, by allocating its size, okay, but this one will give you just only the pointer, okay, without naming it, just like the address right away. You're not going to save it in something like what we do here, C, okay, star C, okay, and then because this is an object coming from car, okay, at that address go to init and execute init, and therefore you get this, okay, and the return value of init is car star, so therefore I have a car star here, so the assignment is correct. So I have a Toyota, my new car, and if I do start engine and stop engine just to print out what happened, because in init what we did is setting all attributes to 8915.78. so if I run the code, here I'm running it, okay, it succeeded. So this is the 9, 8 and the 15 are set on the attributes of the tire and window and engine type, and when I call stop engine it will stop it and set the tires and windows and engine all as 0. So that's all about the designated initializer. You can create any type of initializer that you want. You can name anything else instead of init, okay, that will be your own, okay, this way you are making your own initializer, but this way, using the car alloc, you can make a pointer to a car, and therefore, as we said, create your object from type car. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and please subscribe using your own YouTube account, and yeah, write your comments. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.